गाह्रो छ, बाटो छैन, एम्बुलेन्स हैन जस्तै भएको छ। पहिला यो डाँडामा ठोकिएर अनि मेन इन्जिनहरू चाहिँ यो घरको उतापट्टि छ है। मान्छेको सबहरू त्यो डाँडातिर छ।
जहाज अहिले भर्खर 1 मिनट पनि भएको छैन एक्सिडेन्ट भयो है। जहाज नेपालकै डोमेस्टिक होला कुनै एयरलाइन्स हो थाहा छैन। यहाँ अहिले म खिचिराखेको छु। त्यो उडानेको त हो गयो सबै साथै सकिहाल्यो नि सबै।
सब गाह्रो छ, बाटो छैन, एम्बुलेन्स हैन जस्तै भएको छ। पहिला यो डाँडामा ठोकिएर अनि मेन इन्जिनहरू चाहिँ यो घरको उतापट्टि छ है। मान्छेको सबहरू त्यो डाँडातिर छ।
डोमेस्टिक होला कुनै एयरलाइन्स हो थाहा छैन। यहाँ अहिले म खिचिराखेको छु। त्यो उडानेको त हो।
We're also working around the clock to bring home Americans being unjustly detained all around the world. You know, we've come so far since my inauguration. On that day I told you, as I stood in that winter, we stood in a winter of peril and a winter of possibilities. Peril and possibilities. We were in the grip of the worst pandemic in the century. The worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. The worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. But we came together as Americans, and we got through it. We emerged stronger, more prosperous, and more secure. Today we have the strongest economy in the world, creating nearly 16 million new jobs, a record. Wages are up. Inflation continues to come down. The racial wealth gap is the lowest it's been in 20 years. We're literally rebuilding our entire nation, urban, suburban, rural, and tribal communities. Manufacturing has come back to America. We're leading the world again in chips and science and innovation. We finally beat Big Pharma after all these years to lower the cost of prescription drugs for seniors. And I'm going to keep fighting to make sure we lower the cost for everyone, not just seniors. More people have health care today in America than ever before. And I signed one of the most significant laws helping millions of veterans and their families who were exposed to toxic materials. You know, the most significant climate law ever in the history of the world. The first major gun safety law in 30 years. And today, the violent crime rate is at a 50-year low. We're also securing our border. Border crossings are lower today than when the previous administration left office. I've kept my commitment to appoint the first black woman to the Supreme Court of the United States of America. I also kept my commitment to have an administration that looks like America and be a president for all Americans. That's what I've done. I ran for president 4 years ago because I believed and still do that the soul of America was at stake. The very nature of who we are was at stake. And that's still the case. America's an idea. An idea stronger than any army, bigger than any ocean, more powerful than any dictator or tyrant. It's the most powerful idea in the history of the world. That idea is that we hold these truths to be self-evident. We're all created equal, endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We've never fully lived up to it, to this sacred idea, but we've never walked away from it either. And I do not believe the American people will walk away from it now. In just a few months, the American people will choose the course of America's future. I made my choice. I've made my views known. I would like to thank our great Vice President, Kamala Harris. She's experienced, she's tough, she's capable. She's been an incredible partner to me and a leader for our country. Now the choice is up to you, the American people. When you make that choice, remember the words of Benjamin Franklin hanging on my wall here in the Oval Office, alongside the busts of Dr. King and Rosa Parks and Cesar Chavez. When Ben Franklin was asked, as he emerged from the convention going on, whether the founders have given America a monarchy or republic, Franklin's response was, a republic, if you can keep it. A republic, if you can keep it. Whether we keep our republic is now in your hands. My fellow Americans, it's been the privilege of my life to serve this nation for over 50 years. Nowhere else on earth could a kid with a stutter, from modest beginnings in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Claymont, Delaware, one day sit behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office as President of the United States. But here I am. That's what's so special about America. We're a nation of promise and possibilities, of dreamers and doers, of ordinary Americans doing extraordinary things. I've given my heart and my soul to our nation, like so many others. I've been blessed a million times in return with the love and support of the American people. I hope you have some idea how grateful I am to all of you. The great thing about America is here, kings and dictators do not rule, the people do. History is in your hands. The power is in your hands. The idea of America lies in your hands. We just have to keep faith, keep the faith, and remember who we are. We're the United States of America, and there's simply nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together. So let's act together, preserve our democracy. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you. I believe that immigration has always been a lifeblood of America. We're constantly renewed by an infusion of people, new talent. The Statue of Liberty is not some relic of American history. It stands for who we are as the United States. So I will never demonize immigrants. And further, I'll never separate children from their families at the border. I will not ban people from this country because of their religious beliefs. I will not use the U.S. military to go into neighborhoods all across the country to pull millions of people out of their homes and away from their families to put detention camps. On my very first day as president, I introduced a comprehensive immigration reform plan to fix our broken system, secure our border, provided pathways for citizenship for dreamers, and a lot more. And I'm still fighting to get that done. But we must face the simple truth. To protect America as a land that welcomes immigrants, we must first secure the border and secure it now. as Commander-in-Chief, it's the highest honor to be able to salute you here in Normandy once more. All of you, God love you. Democracy is never guaranteed. Every generation must preserve it, defend it, and fight for it. That's the test of the ages. In memory of those who fought here, died here, literally saved the world here, let us be worthy of their sacrifice. Let us be the generation that when history is written about our time, in 10, 20, 30, 50, 80 years from now, it'll be said, when the moment came, we met the moment.
So today we're here at 80th anniversary of D-Day here in Normandy.
You know, we met with all those veterans, you and I, and what struck me was what they communicated. And they hope that the generation coming along understands what they fought for, rather than just give them the credit that they deserve for being brave, what they fight for. I don't know how the hell you did it.
I don't either. It's good to see you, Joe. Thank you, sir.
You're incredible.
God bless you.
Mr. President,
Good to see you,
it's
man.
an honor to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you. I really
You
is.
know.
You guys changed the world, man. You literally
We didn't
did.
realize it at the time.
Well, you did it, pal.
Yeah.
You did it.
I'm going to be 102 years old.
I don't believe you. 102, I don't believe you.
I'm glad to be here. I'm looking forward to it, and I want to make sure I see you.
Oh, God love you. I got a coin that I had made up for D-Day.
Oh, that's
And-
beautiful. I love you.
I love you too, man. Thank you. We owe you big. We can never pay you back.
Well, it was a great challenge.
Well, you met it. You met it. I mean, they were incredible.
They were.
And they wanted to make sure that I knew that it was important to them, that they understood they fought for basic freedom, opportunity, decency, democracy. As we gather here today, it's not just to honor those who showed such remarkable bravery on that day, June 6, 1944. It's to listen to the echoes of their voices, to hear them, because they are summoning us, and they're summoning us now. They ask us, what will we do? They're not asking us to scale these cliffs, but they're asking us to stay true to what America stands for. They're not asking us to give or risk our lives, but they are asking us to care for others in our country more than ourselves. They're not asking us to do their job. They're asking us to do our job, to protect freedom in our time, to defend democracy, to stand up aggression abroad and at home, to be part of something bigger than ourselves.
thank you for all you do, President. We appreciate your efforts.
But I really mean it. I can have the ideas and pass the law, and you guys make it happen.
Of course, it took a lot for us to be here. We're very thankful that you gave us this opportunity. We love what we do. We work very hard for it, and we're very thankful.
Well, I'm thankful to all of you. I really am. You're making a difference. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Every town and all the leaders and advocates here today, I want to thank you for the dedication to this vital issue you've shown. And to all the survivors, veterans, families, moms, you've helped power a movement that is turning this cause into reality. Especially young people who demanded our nation do better to protect us all, who protested, who organized, who voted, who ran for office, and yes, who marched for their lives. From my perspective, today is about celebrating you. You're the reason I'm so optimistic about the future of our country. I mean that. Would we stand with Ukraine? Would we stand for sovereignty, freedom, and against tyranny? The United States, the G7, and countries around the world have consistently answered the question by saying, yes, we will. We will say it again, yes, again and again and again. We're going to stand with Ukraine.
Dad used to say, family's the beginning, the middle, and the end. No, seriously, that was his expression.
No, yeah, that's good.
No matter what.
Oh, thank you very much.
Guess who benefits the most? The United States.
Yes, exactly.
Today for all of us, for the communities that are stronger because of the immigrants who call them home, for the thousands of families who have added their bright and beautiful threads to our American tapestry, for those mothers and husbands and dreamers who have waited so long, worked so hard, and given so much, for people like Javier, who was able to pursue his dream of being a nurse thanks to DACA.
I stand before you today, filled with hope and gratitude. It is a privilege to personally thank President Biden for delivering on his promise to protect American families like mine.
I'm announcing a common sense fix to streamline the process for obtaining legal status for immigrants. For those wives or husbands and their children who have lived in America for a decade or more but are undocumented, this action will allow them to file the paperwork for legal status in the United States, allow them to work while they remain with their families in the United States. This action is a better way. It doesn't tear families apart while requiring every undocumented spouse to fulfill their obligations under the law.
I hope that all of you feel that freedom and love on the South Lawn today, because your home is here. Pride is a celebration, but it's also a declaration that we will not be silenced, that we will show up for ourselves and for our country and for each other. Our victories testify to that strength. Joe will never stop fighting for this community. Let it be a reminder that you don't face these battles alone. You are never alone. Happy Pride!
To this day, Stonewall remains a symbol of the legacy of leadership of the LGBTQ+ community, especially trans women of color. This beloved bar became the site of a call to cry